Hello, hello. Greetings, everybody. How are you? As Facebook notifies you, let's get my candle lit up. Welcome, everybody. So nice to see you. Let me know where you're streaming in from. Let's light our candle. So, my today is minus 7.5 degrees in my area. And this morning I woke up and I sent to my dad this message. I sent him this photo and he was like, "How do you guys do this? How do you handle it?" And I'm like, "We are graced for we are graced for this weather." So this was me in the morning. Let me just show you the car ice, and I had already de-iced it. I don't know if you can see, but this is what I want you to see. That was, you can see my car dashboard at 8 minus 7.5 degrees centigrade. Like, what is that? Cold, like, or cold. And I'm like, I'm still going to the gym. I'm still gonna get my workout done. But I want to say that, you know what? When you commit to doing something, it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter when you commit. So awesome, Felicia is here. Say, ladies, say hello. I was just talking a little before we start. Felicia is here. I can say, Felicia, where you streaming in from? Esther is streaming in from Bedford in the UK. So we've lit up the candle. So my friend, my best mate, got me this lovely candle, sent it to me. Smells nice. It's jasmine blossom, and she had it sent to me as part of her Christmas gift. So that was really generous. Hello, Team Joanne. You're here. Thank you from Ghana. Nyambura, I see where you're streaming in Nyambura. Yeah. So before I even start today, I want to, or Ting, Washington, I see that. Liz, hello, Liz, where you streaming in from? I just want to say I jumped off a beautiful call with my Picture Perfect 2023 ladies, and I was just sharing with them some faith principles and they were sharing with me their own faith principles. And I want to say that as I step into 12 essential things to do before the new year, I want to say that there's currency that I want to speak over each one of us before that 22nd or that 31st of December 2022, is that have faith even the size of the mustard seed, that everything that you need to do before the end of the year will be accomplished. What I want us to have is closure. Write for me in the chat, closure. Let the things of 2022 happen in 2022. Can someone write that in the chat? Let the things of 2022 happen in 2022. And why I'm saying this is because a lot of us move with things forward. I see you, Rispa. Welcome. Many of us we push things forward. Oh, let's wait until 2023. Let's wait. Oh, it's just 2 weeks. No, in those 2 weeks, miracles can happen. And I was telling the ladies that miracles happen in movement. So I want you to say it in the chat that my miracle is happening in movement. And my movement is now. My movement is in 2022. I do not need to wait for 2023 for something to happen, because as I was sharing with them, and I'm not going to go deep into that here, is that there was an avalanche of testimonies that happened on that call, literally a minute before I jumped here. And it gave me so much faith and so much excitement for these remaining 2 weeks. Today we are smack in the halfway mark of December. We are smack in the middle of the month. And I want you to say that my second half of the year, the second half of the month shall be greater, right, than the last 2 weeks. And I'm going to experience so much bigger because I am believing bigger. Your miracle is happening to your movement. Oh, no, I didn't ask you anything, my friend. This person of mine likes talking. You know the one I'm saying, eh? They like contributing to conversations. They are not meant to be a part of. Yes, Thomas, it's been so long. Hi. He's my friend. So nice to see you. Thank you so much for joining us. You've really been quiet, eh? You need to tell me what's been happening in your life. That said, let the things of 2022 happen in 2022 because miracles happen in movements. So let's get this party started. I want to say that let's get this party started. So I was sharing with them how I had my Q1 um content creation, sort of my strategy for 2022 2023 session with Lynn. She's one of my clients and she's a visibility coach. And the first thing she asked me this morning is, coach, let's talk about your goals for your business goals. What's your vision for your business? What is the mission that you really want to propagate in Q1 of 2023? And I was clear, this is what I want to see in 2023. And she's like, you're very clear about it. And I'm like, yes, because we spent December 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Those many of you on this chat were with me, casting the vision for 2023. But I said to her, before we work on the strategy for 2023, can we be clear on what I need to do for the remaining things of 2022? And she was like, spot on, because 2022 is not over yet. And I want to speak to somebody under the sound of my voice right now. You're waiting for 2023 for something to happen, but God is saying, and I'm really feeling this in my bones, that the thing you're waiting for 2023, you don't need to wait until 2023. It's actually going to happen in this second half of the year. And I want someone to receive that, right? Because at the end of the day, right, the words that we speak out of our mouths are what the words that we profess, and the belief we walk with is what is going to come into actual manifestation, but we have to call it forth. So someone say, I'm calling it forth. So one of my amazing ladies in the Picture Perfect program, that is running right now, she's like, me, I know I have my job before the 31st of December. You guys can testify that, right? And she said, by 31st December, I have my job. Not 31st December 2023, December 31st, 2022, in 2 weeks. Because I want you to know this, ladies and gents, because we have gents, some fine, hot gents listening here, that you don't, we put God in a container. We put God like his man. And the Bible says that, 1,000, is it 1,000,000 years or 1,000 years? You guys know that word. And please, don't start sending me emails that I'm butchering the Bible. You know what I'm saying. Is like a second to him. 1,000,000 years is like a second to God, something like that. And the one who can get it, put it for me there. So don't work with God like his man. Don't work with God with your own limitations. Don't work with him from your own limited mindset, your own constraints, because we all have constraints, including myself. Because it's a place where I look and I'm like, no, this can't happen. I don't see it happening. And I do it. And then he reminds me, that's why I'm God and you're not. And he puts me in my rightful place. So let's get cracking. The first thing I want to talk about, the first point is based on what I've just shared. Do you have your Q1 goals set? Do you know what it is that you can't wait until January to prepare for January? That's why we got our vision boards ready. That's why we started preparing, and I'm going to talk a little bit about that as we go. So can someone tell me, do you have clear indicators as to what is going to happen in your Q1? Write that yes or no. What is happening, whether you're an entrepreneur? So like the other day, I sat down, I was seated here, and I'm like, what do I need? What do I need to write down? What do I need to create the maximum results attainable? 1,000 years is like a day to God. Thank you, Tim, for sharing that. Can someone say, how do I get the maximum levels or maximum results attainable? Can someone tell me how does that come for you? Because once you realize that, you take steps to do it, especially if you're an entrepreneur. So when I sat down the other day, I'll give you an example of what I did. I said, now the first thing I need to do is to review my data. Right? This is just the first point. I had to review the data around my business. I'm like, okay, I'm not going to make any assumptions, because you know what assumptions do. They make an ass of you and me, right? You know that statement, right? So I'm like, I'm not going to to create my own stories around what are the actual figures of this year. So I had to sit down and review the data around my business, because when you review data, it shows you where you're at from number. Men lie, women lie, but numbers don't lie. So I had to sit down and say, like, okay, this is where I'm at. This is the goals I had for this year. Did I achieve them? Did I not? Do you understand what I'm saying? And then after that, because I have the information and the data, it will then empower me to make informed decisions for my business for 2022. So where there were shortages, I was like, where was there a shortage here? Why was there something here that was not working? Right? So data comes in different forms. So for example, I had to look at what were the revenues that we received. So there's money collected is very different, right? People can be, they're on payment plans and have not finished paying their payment plan, so you can't call that money in their hand, right? So there's the revenue and then the cash in hand. What does that look like? What are your expenses, right? What are your social media insights? For the, I'm talking to entrepreneurs and those of you in business. We look at the analytics, the figures. How did our Instagram do? How is our TikTok doing? What was popular? What was not? And I'm just helping somebody here. Client feedback. Some people don't even care what their clients are saying. I was in customer service for so long. Your client for real is the one who pays you. You need to get feedback from them. You need to hear what is it that, how can you improve, right? Reviews. What are people talking about you? What are the industry trends? Some people behave like they know it all. What are the, oh, I know my business. You don't know your business. Do you know what's happening in your industry right now? What's happening in your industry. Are you, because sometimes you become irrelevant. You can easily become irrelevant if you do not keep yourself in the loop. The coaching industry for me is one of the most versatile industries. Things change overnight like this, and I have to be on top of my game. That's why I never not have a coach. I don't know how people survive without a coach, but I always have a coach. And then also looking things like at your skill bank. What are the skills that you have that you've not utilized? And what are the skills that you have that you're utilizing? And what are the skills that you have that you are not utilizing to the maximum that can really, really, really be infused and leveraged in the coming year? Are you getting this? This is the first point, Q1. These are the indicators you need to look at. Look at world events, political events. Look at things like even the World Cup. Look at can you imagine what has happened to Qatar the economy? Shut up there. Things in Qatar just really going really well, right? Yet we are saying we're in a time where there's an economic downturn. So speak to yourself and say, like, I'm like Qatar. My vision is fruitful. Nations are drawn to me. I am hosting nations. When I speak, people listen. Call it forth, but nobody can call it for you. Environmental concerns. Is the environment around you like? And I'm not talking environment necessarily in terms of the climate, but yes, the climate obviously matters. So ask yourself these questions. And then go back to your core identity. What is the core identity that I want to partake? And you need to do this before the new year, right? So like for me, I found that there was a very big place where my business really played a big part in my identity. Like I couldn't really separate my business and me. And I had to sit down and really, really have a meeting with myself. And I'm like, Joanne, you're a completely different entity from your business. You have to let your business be it and allow yourself to be you, because it's so easy to attach stuff. So as I'm speaking, just let me know if you're understanding what I'm saying. Just write yes, 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 or no, no, no. Just say what it is. Yeah. Because you need to be able to have that place where you understand your core identity. These are some of the things I want you to start grappling with before the new year. You're not going to wait until 2023 and you're like, oh, my business core identity. Yes, my team is getting it. That's why they're in my team, because they get it. They get it. It's only team Joanne who gets it. Esther, you get it. Awesome. And then understanding what's your mission. Yeah. Your mission is that general statement that you speak, right? That explains what you'll do to realize your vision. So your mission is how is the activation towards realizing your vision. And I really hope you're getting what I'm saying. So for me, my mission is to impact as many women as possible, to really help them step into their purpose and leverage their gifts and really monetize their magic. That's me. I want you to make money out of those unique giftings that you've been given. So for me, I have the vision that my big vision is that I'm going to impact millions and millions and millions across the world. But what is my mission? What I've just said, to empower women in that regard. So if you don't know what yours is, you need to do that before the end of this year. Your core values, I talk about this all the time. These are your non-negotiables. These are your guiding values. Mine, excellence, purpose, faith, abundance, and freedom. Those are my core values. So when I'm making a decision around my business, the first thing I ask myself, is it in line with my purpose? Is it in line with my faith in God? Is it in line with my standards of excellence? Is it abundant or it's constricting? And does it give me freedom? If the answer is no, away with it. Because your core values are your guiding principles. I really want you to get this. I'm hammering on this first point because once you get this, this is the meat and the potatoes of what you need to do. Because if you don't do this work, you're going to enter 2023 and you'll be like, I don't know what I'm doing. You know what you're doing because I'm giving you the strategy. Look at where you need to expand you as a person. You know, one of the core areas I'm taking care of, and many of you know this, is my health. Because a coach who is not well cannot serve. So my health is critical to me. And I know sometimes I'm like, oh, it's hard, But you have to do it. Because if I'm not well, how do I serve to the highest capacity? That's an area that is one of my core focuses in 2023. Not that the others are not important, but it's one of the core things. Because how can I help anybody if I'm not in a position? How can I come here and do YouTube lives if every time I'm there in the hospital, I'm there drinking medicine? No, that's not my portion, and I control out and delete those words because they have nothing to do with me. I am healthy. I am called to serve with great impact because I am full of vitality and I'm full of life. And the rock, that life-giving power, that dunamis power, is within me. So I can speak those things with confidence. But remember the activation of faith. Remember faith. And I'm so happy we're talking about this with my ladies on the Radical Faith program, Picture Perfect, is that faith without works is dead. So I can talk all these things, but am I doing the things I need to do? Am I meeting my trainer? Am I eating well? Am I going for my massages? Am I hydrating? Because there are people who don't even drink water. They only drink other things. Hydrate, movement, hydration, taking your supplements as needed. Those are important things. Your goals, what are your goals? Your goals are those broad and long-term achievable actions, could be short-term or long-term. These are the outcomes you want to see in the year. Do you have your goal set clear? You need to know, what are your objectives? Your objectives are the specific ways that you're going to achieve those goals. Can someone say that you're with me? Just write with me or you're not with me. Because the moment you understand these things, it completely changes the dynamic of how you operate in your year. And then what are the tactics you're going to employ? That dunamis power, you got it, Marina, you got it. That dunamis power is there because it's from the life-giving injection, that rock, that breath of God upon you and upon me is what keeps us moving. Tactics, these are the specific actions you'll take to execute the strategies that you're doing and then achieve the objectives that you've laid out for yourself. So a tactic could be a project that you're working on, whatever it is. That's a tactic. So a tactic drives you closer and closer to achieving your goals. You need to know. So why am I sharing all this in the first point? Is because people play with this time of year. And I was telling one of my clients, we call it there's a time, that time between Christmas and New Year. I call it no man's land, where you don't even know the date. You don't even know the day is it a Monday? Is it a Tuesday? That's the time you need to do this work. The second thing I want to talk to, and one of my clients actually, made me think about this was, we buy stuff. I'm one of those. I mean, I'll just be honest. I'm so into personal development. I'm so into coaching. Tony Robbins will launch a course, and I'm like, sign me up like yesterday. And I have all these courses, I have all these programs I've not even touched, I've not looked at. And I want you, if you've bought a course, or even if it's a book or something, this is point number 2. Finish a course or a book or something of that regard that you bought during the year. Please don't waste these things, because we want to be prudent with our resources. I want to see that as number 2. So if you have a course that is outstanding, maybe you bought one of those things and you're like, I'm going to do it, just finish it. Just finish it. Just finish it. Just get it out of the way. And if there are multiple, just choose one. Just say, you know what? This is I can push to 2023, but the one course, at least one thing I'm going to finish. Even the books, right? Like I bought this book the other day. This one. And I'm like, I don't have time to read, just random stuff. But I'm like, you know what? I bought it because I wanted to read it. So before the end of the year, I'm going to read this book, Stay With Me, by Ayobami Adebayo. I'll finish that book. And I'll finish one of the courses that I've signed up for. And I'm going to finish my own course because I'm doing my own program with my ladies. So I have 2 courses to finish: the 100-day sprint, which is ongoing. We are finishing next week. And I also have Picture Perfect 2023, the Radical Faith Edition, which we started on Sunday. So I have 2 courses of myself, which I do with my clients, because I cannot teach that which I'm not doing. And if you're working with a coach who is not doing the thing that they're teaching you, that would be a big problem. A very big problem. Very big problem. Number 3, create a vision board. I did a reel the other day and I featured one of my clients' vision board. And I'm like, vision board is so cute. And I created my own vision board. It's right in front of me. Why? Because there's no way you can say that you want something and you don't have the vision towards it. So what's your vision board like? And I just want to see in the chat how many people have finished it, because I know many of you were in the 3-day event with me, but I just want to see by a show of hands, like, do you have your vision board? Because with or without me, please have your vision board ready, because your vision board is going to drive all the things I mentioned in point number 1. It's going to drive them. Because what are you shooting for if you don't know what it is? Because it's the vision that propels you forward. It's the vision that calls you forward. It's the vision that pushes you to that stretches your faith even when you're not seeing things working. It's the vision that propels you. Esther has her vision board. I have my vision board. Who else has their vision board? Marina, you have your vision board. HFN, I believe you have your vision board. I want to see those yeses in the chat. Liz, you have your vision board. Many of you have your vision board, so I don't know why you're not seeing in the chat. But that's not for me to say. But I want to say this: with or without me, create your vision board. Because it's the vision that drives you. It's the vision that propels you. It's the vision that activates that which you're desiring. Number 4, do a mental declutter. Can Tim write that one for me? A mental declutter. Someone is calling me. Let me just tell them, I'm coaching. This is someone I have much regard for. I wouldn't want them to think I'm ignoring them. Yeah, okay. So a mental declutter. We have so many thoughts. We have so many overthinking patterns. We have so many negative and self sabotaging thoughts that are going through our minds. And it makes us, it really clogs our mind. Is this familiar? Have you ever felt in your head that your head is full? I remember one time I was telling somebody, my head is full, and I literally meant it. I I I could feel my head is full. So, some examples of mental clutter is sometimes we hang on to old resentments. Sometimes we hang on to old ideas that have long with they're no longer relevant, and you're still clinging to them, right? Outgrown dreams. I have outgrown some dreams. I thought some dreams were so important, but I've outgrown them. They're no longer relevant. But sometimes you're like, oh, it was a dream, I should cling to it. No, let it go. That's a form of mental clutter, right? Do you get all these emails and all these social media notifications, and then you're getting all these texts, and just like me, my phone ringing off the hook from this person, and I'm like, it's a lot. That's a lot of overwhelm. That's mental clutter because there's something called of information overload. Can someone write of information overload? You're bombarded with information right now. Some of you're here, but you're watching some comedy on TV, you're watching a Netflix show. On the other side, you're watching some guy on YouTube. On the other side, you're checking what happened to Twitch. And you're like, oh my God, this is so sad. And you're still watching me. Do you understand what I'm saying? You're all over the place. That's mental clutter, right? Even FOMO, that fear of missing out, where you're always thinking, I'm missing out, I'm missing out. Oh my God, you want to be in every party, you want to be everywhere. Fear of missing out is mental clutter. It's a big issue because you can't keep up with everything. You can't be everywhere and be everything for everyone. I'm just a one coach and I have hundreds of clients. I cannot split myself, but I also have to be here for my family. That's a form of mental clutter. I have to think, how do I process my client stuff? How do I process my own stuff? How do I process my family? Do you understand what I mean? Like, you're the one person having so many things happening in your life at the same time, but you have to be gentle to yourself. You have to be kind to yourself. You have to have self compassion. Another form of mental clutter is how you talk to yourself. You speak so badly to yourself. And I want to ask you somebody, the things that I want to talk to somebody right now, the things that you talk to yourself, do you say those things to your children? Yes or no? If you cannot say it to your child, if you cannot speak the thing that you speak over yourself to your child, then that's a negative thought. It says Facebook user. Sorry, I can't see who it is, but hello, Joanne. Hello back. Yes, be kind to self. Very important. Because you wouldn't say those things to your child. You tell yourself, oh, I'm so rubbish at doing this. You wouldn't tell your child, oh, you child, you're so rubbish at doing. No, you won't. But why are you compassionate to other people and you're not compassionate to yourself? Another form of mental clutter is bad habits that lead to addictions, right? Because they start from the mind, right? Alcoholism, social media, sexual perversions, right? Fetishes, all those crazy things, right? And sometimes, you just think, oh, that's not me. But don't throw a stone at somebody else because we all have things. Even overspending can lead to mental clutter. Because sometimes, I say things and somebody's like, oh, not me, not me. Oh, please, let the first man cast a stone, as Jesus said. We all have vices, but be very clear about that. Another form of mental clutter, my darlings, is, when you're holding other people, spouse, child, parent, to an expectation, right? Which they cannot fulfill. I keep telling my clients this, why you need a coach is because your dad is not your coach, your dad is your dad. Can someone get that? You're busy making your husband your therapist. Your husband is not your therapist, your husband is your husband. So let the right people take on their roles and responsibilities, and people don't get that. So you're busy, and then when they don't meet that expectation, you're so resentful and angry towards them, but that's not the role they're supposed to play. And the moment you realize that somebody right now, I'm freeing you because you're giving the wrong person the role that's not theirs. So sit down. That's a form of mental clutter. Get rid of this mental clutter. Deal with it. Let people have their designated roles. And of course, this is a time of the year where people are like, oh, I need coaching, I need a support network, I need someone to really guide me through my 2023. And if that's you, team, please put the link for them to book a call. And oh my God, I've been forgetting to do these things. When is our coffee date? We will chat separately. That's my friend. Your miracle flow is happening in your movement. Esther, let the things of 2022 happen in 2022. Closure. We are finishing it this year, right? Yes, Liz is saying hi. My team streaming in from Ghana. Just doing random comments. Number 2 was finish the course that you bought during the year. Thank you for that. I'm looking for, yeah, there's a specific one. Yes, I found it. Dunamis power is what will take you through these seasons, my sweethearts. Information overload. Do that mental clutter. Get rid of it. Got it? So that's number 3. Yes. And of course, to book a call with me, that's the link, and my team has shared it. And team, could you share it on Facebook as well? That's the link to book a call. You're like, I need a coach. I need an activation for the new year. I'm running 2 programs in January. I have my next level on purpose, which is a leadership program. It's about you leading yourself. And then we have the business program where I help you launch that business that is soul aligned and that is greatly aligned to your vision and those unique giftings that you have. So we have 2 programs. One is a business program and one is a personal development program. But you need to talk to me so that I can be able to allocate you to the right program for you. And my team has shared the link. So don't wait until January 1st to book your call. Book it now, because you're planning for a new year. Get it done before the new year. Yeah, get it done. Get that coach, get that mentor. And even if it's not Coach Joanne and you need a coach, please get a coach anyway. This is the best time to do it. We have such amazing coaches on this call. People who pour into others in different areas. And I want you to know that this mental clutter, if not dealt with, can have a very significant impact on your overall well-being and on your quality of life. So don't just take it lightly, right? Because it will affect your productivity. It will affect how you process things. It will affect the results that you get in your life. And ultimately, we want results. So ask yourself right now in the chat, what's on my mind? What's on your mind? What's on your mind right now? Are you present? Are you here? Or are you just here physically, but you're not here? Another form of mental clutter I've just thought about is rumination. You're ruminating over stuff. You can't stop thinking about something that is bothering you. You're ruminating over something you said. You're ruminating over something someone said. And there has to be that point where you have to stop ruminating over it. And you're like, you know what? We are moving forward. Thanks, Tim, for putting that. So for you to live lighter and more intentionally, there's much more to minimalism than just getting rid of physical clutter. It starts with mental clutter, which leads me to the next one, number 5. Tim, can I have it? Is to do a physical declutter. And I'm speaking to myself here because I'm a things person. I'm a very sentimental person. Like, I get stuff from people, clients send me stuff, I buy stuff, my husband buys. I'm like that. I don't know if I would ever be a minimalist, right? But one of the books I'd recommend you guys to read is Essentialism. And Tim, if you can just put it in the chat, that would be helpful. That's a really good book, like what's really essential in your life. And I've had to sit down and evaluate. I remember when I came, when I moved to the UK, I came here with 2 suitcases. I literally had nothing, and I sold everything in Kenya and just came with what I needed. But when I came here, I suddenly just became part of the consumer, the consumeristic or uh, consumerism way of doing things, and I just fell into that without even recognizing. And I found myself just buying stuff, buying things, and it accumulates, doesn't it? And I found like sometimes I would go and living where I live. Sometimes you go to the supermarket and something is on sale and it's really cheap. So, you go to the to get a wine opener. You have guests you're hosting, you go look for a wine opener and you have 50 wine openers, you can't find one. Run to the supermarket, buy another one. That's an accumulation. There's a problem that you don't know where the other 10 are because you don't have a place for things. So I want you to start thinking to yourself, how can I make sure that everything in my house has a home? Write that in the chat. And this is including me. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And Fred says, one day, if you're not here, I can just come and throw out all your things. Because there's so many. And I'm like, clothes, shoes, we do these things. But think about what's essential. That's what truly counts. And sometimes just give. The other day, the church was asking us for stuff, and the things they were saying, we need this. And I was like, I have that. And that's the same thing with you. Just one little thing could change somebody's life. Just one little thing that to you, you just think is obvious. Somebody else could receive that from you and it will just change everything for them. So have a spirit of generosity. And when you're doing the declutter, you're not giving people rubbish. Because the people who just take all the torn things and then you go give people the things that you would want to receive yourself. Let me get that very clear. You're not going to take your torn clothes, the clothes with holes, and say that's the one I'm donating. Donate the wearable clothes, the things that are nice, what you're wearing, nice, brand new things that have not come out of the box and you've never worn. I have so many. I'll slim into it. Or for someone else, I'll fatten into it. If you're not wearing it now, give it away. Even if it's brand new, you don't need it. Books. I remember one time I ordered a book, then my husband ordered the same book, then one of my mentors bought for me the same book. So the same book 3 times. Why do I need 3 of the same book? I quickly give the other 2 quickly. Don't hoard stuff. Don't hold onto things unnecessarily. Physical declutter, get rid of it. As you declutter your physical space, you're decluttering your mind and you're creating space to receive. So write that as an affirmation. When I clear stuff, I am opening space to receive. And I love what Tim has said. Do unto others what you want others to do to you. You see my team, they're on it. Because you can't do and I like that, Jennifer, thank you so much. You can't have an expectation from somebody that you yourself are not delivering. I tell people come to me and they're launching a business and they say that, oh, I don't have the money to invest in myself. And I'm like, that's crazy. Because if you're not investing in yourself and investing in your business, how do you expect people to invest in your business by buying your thing? It's ridiculous. You're placing a standard on other people, an expectation on other people that you yourself cannot do for others. How will that work? You say you want your business to thrive, but you cannot even buy somebody else's anything because you're like, it's too expensive. That's the same thing that will happen to you. People will come and see your thing and they'll say they can't do it. And you wonder why. But you're the one who has planted that seed in your own life. And I know some people will be really irritated by what I'm saying and triggered, but I want to say the truth because for me, that's why I come here. And when you speak the truth is what shall set you free. Oh, I wouldn't do that. And then you want people to do the same thing for you. It doesn't work that way. You want people to buy from you, buy from other businesses. End of. It's as simple as that. I'm just giving someone the answer to why nobody ever buys from them, because they never buy from anybody else. That's it. Then the next one, team number 6, is do a digital declutter. Now, this one is hard for me because I have, again, sentimental, have so many emails, so many photos, so many things. And I'm like, I really need to sit and compartmentalize them. Yesterday, I was, doing session for a webinar that I'm preparing, and I turned my screen, and the person who was guiding me was like, oh, all those emails. I'm like, yeah. Yeah, and I'm actually teaching them tomorrow how to do a digital declutter. She just started laughing. But I'm as honest as it gets. I don't want to come here and pretend. I have so many photos. I don't even want to show you guys my phone, the number. I have a lot of photos. A lot. Get rid of that stuff. That needs to go. Note to self as well. Hello from Uganda. Welcome. Digital declutter. Use no man's land days to get rid of that stuff that doesn't serve you. You had a boo, a bay 2 years, 3 years ago. You still have their texts. What for? And meanwhile, you're praying, God, give me a new guy. And that guy was just completely deadbeat, useless. And there you are, still keeping the messages from him. How is that helping you receive what you want? Get rid of that stuff. Get rid of it. Digital declutter includes those texts. Someone abused you. They talked to you badly and you saved that text. Let me keep it as evidence. Why would you want that in your phone? Why would you want that rubbish in your phone? Why would you want something that is so negative to keep popping up and take away your joy and your energy? And you wonder why other people are abusing you. It's because you've created that trend for yourself because you're accepting it to stay there. Digital declutter, get rid of it. If it's not for you, if it's not serving you, if it's not moving you forward, let it go. Release those. I'm keeping it for evidence. What for? One day I might need it. Need it for what? Let it go. Number 7, I love this one. Spend time relaxing. You know what? This is also for me because this coach, I work a lot, I teach a lot. But one of the things I love also is just to take time out for myself and just chill. And even going away for the weekend. We went away last weekend. That was lovely. Just being away from it all, not having to even look, keep checking your messages every 2 minutes, or every phone call that comes. So just relax, just chill, watch things that thrill you. And I just want to see in the chat, and I'd love to hear from a couple of people, what are the things that you do that help you to relax? I'm very curious, including my team. What do you do when you're relaxing? Because someone asked me, I don't know what to do when I'm relaxing. What does relax? Because they're like, relaxing to me means cleaning my house. No, that's not relaxing. That's cleaning your house. It's just chilling, like being easy. You can see my top. I don't know if you can see. Chill. Today it actually says chill out. Just chill. Don't have to do something. Chill. Watch a movie. Just relax. I'm waiting to see you guys what you do when you're chilling. What's your relaxation activities? Some people would do gardening. Of course, this time of the year here, it's winter. I can't do any gardening. But you could do indoor gardening, can relax, doing your journaling. I'm very curious and I'm waiting for you guys to see what your relaxation is. For Liz has is watching real life documentaries. Thanks, Liz, for your contribution. Right, I like that. Watching real life documentaries. I'm waiting. I'm giving you guys a moment to put yours. I'm not moving from this one until I see, because I also want to know, because even me, I need to know things to do to relax. Sometimes I go to the museum. Sometimes I just go to, like, tomorrow I'm going to the theater. There's a girl in uni here, a Kenyan girl. I told her tomorrow I'll take her for a movie on Friday. So that's a way of relaxation. Sometimes I just light a candle, this candle, and I just sit and look at the candle flame. Literally, I just do that. I look at the flame, I look at it. I'm not even thinking about anything. I'm just chilling. For Esther is have me time watching a movie. I love that. Marie, when I clear stuff, yes, you're opening. Yeah, that's yes, yes, yes. For Floor, watching comedies, I like that. Rispa, You read fictional novels. So like this is a fictional novel. So this would be a good relaxation thing for me to do. Thank you, Rispa. I'm gonna take that. Country music. Oh, nice. Mary watch movies. I love this one. So I would listen. This is perfect. I would listen to classical music or R&B. When I'm listening to when I'm reading my book and I have my candle. Take a drive around town. That's a good one. I also love that. But now minus degrees, I don't want to be on the road driving unnecessarily, but it's a good one. Do breathing exercises, breathe, take time to breathe. That's relaxation. Get a massage, right? Sometimes even just, I mean, I'm just telling you things that I may not necessarily do. People like taking naps. I can't take a nap. I don't know how people nap, but that's just me. I think it's my FOMO, fear of missing out. Like during the day, I don't know how to do that. Is it something I need to learn? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what I think I'm missing during the day. So I can't. Can only sleep at night. My body is conditioned that way. Take some time alone. I do that a lot, Jennifer. Yeah, beautiful. You guys have given such good. And why I was asking you to share this is because someone will get ideas from you. So by you sharing, you're not just sharing with me, but you're sharing with somebody else. And as people read, they're like, oh, I could potentially do that. I like that. That sounds like something I could do. Yeah. So when you're doing these things, you're not doing for me. I'm not asking you to do it for me. I'm asking you to do it so that someone else can be able to get from you. And the moment you get that, it will really, yeah. Walking in nature, awesome. I ain't walking in no nature right now at -8, but good one, HFN. All right. I love it. Thank you, ladies, for sharing all this. And I don't know where the gents have gone, but I take it they're still here. Number 8, team, create a celebration list. Can we do that? We must learn to celebrate ourselves. The other day, Iani, she's one of my VAs, she sent me a message that was so sweet. She's like, Joanne, you need to celebrate. She was counting the number of courses I've taught this year. And then, because she's very good with insights, and I didn't even ask her to do it, she's like, you've done this number of courses, you've launched this number, you've served this number of clients this year. I'm like, no, I don't. And she's like, I want you to take time to celebrate that. That was just before we launched Picture Perfect. And I'm like, oh, thank you. It's like, yeah, you need to celebrate that. What about you? Are you celebrating? And as Jennifer said right here, learn from others. As others share, learn from it. Nobody here has a monopoly of knowledge, not including myself. I don't know everything. I'm very coachable. I'm very teachable. I'm very willing to learn. Be fat, faithful, available, and teachable. Be that. I learned that when I was a kid in Sunday school. Be fat. What's fat? Faithful, available, teachable. Got it. All right. That celebration list is number 8. Write it. What are you celebrating? Some of you, this is the first year you ever had a coach. This is the first year. This year we launched YouTube. We launched a podcast. This year alone. We launched Next Level on Purpose, which is a program I'm doing in January. This year, we've done so many things. This year, I ran the No Limits conference here with my friend Ronish in the UK. People flew in from the US. People flew in from Ghana. This was in 2022. Do you have a documentation of things to celebrate? This year, we got a little new addition into the family. My little niece. She's 6 months, 7 months almost. Cutest thing ever. Cutest. A miracle baby. Thank God for her. This year, 2022, have your celebration list, and we're going to celebrate so much more. Or you do, Auma does her African dance. I think to relax. I think you meant, but you can also do your as your celebration dance, right? It's kuti. Have that atmosphere of curiosity. Have that, be a happy person. Don't be stiff. Don't be poker face all the time. Be easy, be light. Be light. You know, my dad said to me something this morning, and he said to me, I was sharing with him something, and he's like, that's not your business. That's not your business. That's God's business. You do your business. Leave it to God. Be easy. Those were his words. I'm like, yeah, you're right. Be easy. So everybody read what Joanne's dad said to her. Be easy. Don't be stiff. And to me, it was an issue, but he's like, it's God's issue. Let him deal with it. Woo! I'm feeling so good, you guys. You don't even know. This is so, I love the work I do. I'm actually grateful. I celebrate the fact that this is what I do every single day, and I love it. And that God has given me such a mission and a vision that is so powerful, that impacts people across the world. And I did not ask for it. And for me, just thinking about it is something worth celebrating. How many people are praying for their purpose? How many people are praying for their vision? How many people are praying to impact generations? How many people are praying to immortalize their legacy? And then here, God has given it to me like this. But I had to say, yes, Lord, use me. I am a willing vessel. That's one of my celebrations today. And it's just come right now. What's yours? Have a celebratory spirit. Be easy. Yeah, that's what my dad said. Be easy. Don't be stiff. Let God be God and you be you. Be easy. Number 9. Let's go. Create, and this is Auma, she's here, who made me think about this one, and I said I'm going to share it. Create declarations for what you want to see, not only before the new year, but the new year as well. So we had a lovely conversation just before I jumped in here for the YouTube live with my program ladies for my Picture Perfect 2023, the Radical Faith Edition. It's a program I'm teaching right now. And today we had our first call, and she asked such an intelligent question. And I'm not going to go into details because that's that. But one of the things that came out of that was the importance for us to decree, the importance for us to create declarations, right? And I was literally declaring for them stuff, and they're like, oh, really, like that? Yes, like that. Like, it's not hard, and you have to learn to speak that which you want to see. So I want to see that in the chat. I'll speak that which I want to see. That's what a declaration is. You're not declaring what you do not want to see. So I want to see that, team. Create your declarations. Can I see that? Create your declarations. Yeah, for what you want to see, not for what you don't want to see. I was waiting for her to type it for you guys. And as you create these declarations, you're speaking them from the heart. You're speaking them like, and I go deeper in other areas, but I want you to speak them like they're already done. You're not speaking to these things or at these things like from far. You say them and mean it with all your heart, right? So, like one of the declarations I was doing this morning, and I just want to read it for you. And you mean it with all your heart. I was saying this: my heart is flooded with knowledge and spiritual understanding. I know who I am. I am a joint heir with Christ, and I know what belongs to me because God has favored me. I live above lack. I live above sickness. I live above limitations. I live above defeat and all the rudiments of this world. My life is upward and forward only, from glory to glory, from faith to faith, from grace to grace, because I have access to the unending, boundless, fathomless, incalculable, and exhaustless riches. Wealth which no human being could have searched out, because I'm walking in my superabundant inheritance in Christ. That's a decree. And you say it with that conviction and the confidence that I've just spoken. Now you create your own. And when you speak those words, you're believing them. So when I'm saying here that I have incalculable and exhaustless riches through Christ, I'm believing it. And it's not about, oh, don't come here and say, oh, she's talking about, what do you call that thing? Prosperity gospel. Because the Bible itself says in John 10:10, I came to give you life and life in abundance. So please, I don't want stone throwers, throw stones at somebody else. Because these are the things that belong to you. And you have to learn to rightfully claim what is yours. Say, I will rightfully claim what is mine. Because many of us, we release our inheritance to the enemy because we just want to settle for less because we are scared of placing a demand on our faith. And I want you to learn that your spirit has the capacity for infinite possibilities, because God has put those desires in you. And if He puts the desires in you, He will know how they'll be fulfilled. So when you create those declarations, don't be just one of those timid people. No, I go above and beyond human limits, because all things are possible to me because I believe. I have the ability for all things. That's a declaration. Power through your mouth. Yes, Flo is getting it. I will rightfully claim what is mine. Don't let somebody else steal it, but it comes from your mouth, the confessions that come from your mouth. So what comes out of your mouth is up to you. Out of the treasure of your heart, the mouth speaks. So what is your mouth speaking? Out of the treasures. I enjoy God's boundless grace. It empowers me to overcome all obstacles and overlook anything that has been cast in my direction that is not in alignment with what He has for me. No weapon of evil, no disease, no sickness, no death fashioned against me shall prosper, because I am highly favored and graced. That's how you speak. Do you understand what I'm saying? It shall not come back to you void. The words of your mouth shall not come out to you void, because you're speaking edifying words. You're speaking life-giving words. And that's the same thing. The words that you speak that are not right will also not return void. So you better be careful what's coming out of your mouth, because whatever you speak, you're giving it life. So it's not just like, oh, the positive declarations, even the negative things, they'll come. Yes, by the grace of God, you are destined for greatness, my dear. You are destined for greatness by the grace of God. I love the emoji. That's a ghost, the Holy Ghost. You know what I mean? Yeah? Don't insist on your own way. Go back and ask God, you know what? What is your perfect will for my life? Because we all want stuff for ourselves. I'm one of those people. I like things. I like knowing. And sometimes God is like, just leave it with me. Can you just leave it with me? Like, you don't have to know everything. Can you just surrender it? And that's why my dad was telling me, like, can you just be easy? Because I was asking him, what do you think about this? What do you think about? And he's like, just be easy. That's God's work. So for someone under the sound of my voice, you are established this season. You're being settled in this season. And you're going to flourish like the palm tree, because you're walking into your wealth and you're walking into your abundance, because you're walking in radical faith. That's it. That is what you call a declaration. Liz is walking and enjoying God's boundless grace. Learn to decree, learn to declare. I spoke a lot on that one. And, some people will tell me, oh, can you email me those things? Come back for yourself and listen. Can you do for me? Go back and listen and create your own. Because as you create your own, the ideation will flow. You'll get new messages. And ladies, if this message, and gents, if this message encourages you, please send someone to this YouTube, send someone to this Facebook Live, because it could change someone's life. And I strongly want, and I'm not doing that for likes on my page, nothing like that. It's because I know this is a really powerful message and somebody will get so much out of it, because these are the things we are doing before the end of the year. And you might have someone who is stuck, who is like, I don't know what to do. This is an answer for them. So be the answer to your friend. Be the answer to your friend. Let's go to number 10. Yeah. Do a life evaluation, right? To define the intentions for the new year. What does that mean? What is a life evaluation? Again, back to the way we were talking about the vision board, look at the various areas of your life. What are your relationships like? Are you fighting every day like cats and dogs in your house with your spouse? Are you quarreling with your children? Are you changing your house helps and your nannies every single day? Every single day, there's a new nanny coming to your house. Guys, my package has come. Bear with me 1 minute. I'll be right back. Do not leave. All right? I'll be back. Oh, thank you for staying. My package. Awesome. Thank you. What was I saying? Vivian, can someone tell me where I was? I was so excited about the package because it's something I was waiting for all day. Because these post people had rioted, or I have rioted. Yeah, on strike. That's the word. So I was not thinking I'll receive it. So that's a good thing that the package has come, because it's something important. Yes, I was saying have a life evaluation. Where are you fighting with people? And I was talking about you're changing nannies every single day. You're having, problems in different areas. Think, why is that happening? Yes, Marina, you'll flourish. Like yes, and that's her word of the year. And you see how she's put it into context. Her word of the year is flourish. I know I can say that because I know Marina. That's her word of 2023. Is flourish. So she has put it into context using scripture. That's powerful. A life evaluation. What support do you need in the coming year? Which again will be a different point. But you have to sit and ask yourself, where I've reached until now, I've reached here because of this. What do I need to take it to the next level? That's why in January, I'm doing the next level on Purpose program. Because where you are is where you are. But for you to move to the next level, you have to do something different. Does that make sense? That's a life evaluation. What skills do I need? What reassurances do I need? What support do I need? And support is not just in terms of even coaching. It could be support around your house. It could be support with your kids. It could be support, in terms of your mental health, a therapist. Do you understand what I'm saying? It could be support around your flexibility and all that, so you get a personal trainer. It could be support in your faith. So for me, for my faith, I had to really evaluate, how do I want to grow in my faith? And I signed up for BSF Bible Study Fellowship. So I've been in BSF. So BSF is a critical part of my life, such that on BSF day, BSF time, I can never have a coaching session. Never, ever. because that's top of priority for me. That's part of my life evaluation, because when I looked, I was like, there's a very big gap in my spiritual life, and I can only get this sorted out through BSF right now. So every Tuesday, just before I have my 100-day sprint, ladies, I have a BSF. And just before my BSF, I have my mastermind with my friend Ronish and my friend Nicole and my friend Peace. We have a mastermind where we look at our businesses and we create our strategies for each given week. That's a form of accountability. That's a form of support. So do you have that for yourself every single Tuesday? That's an evaluation, because when we launched the mastermind, we're like, we have our coaches, fine, but as peers, how can we support each other in business? How can someone else, playing at the same level with me as a peer, can be able to look at how I'm doing something and tell me, you can tweak this, you can change this. What are you thinking when doing this? We all need that type of person. So that's part of the life evaluation. Got it? But I want to separate the life evaluation with one very important one, number 11, is things to do before the new year, is create your own personal spiritual practice. Can I say that one? Develop your own personal spiritual practice. What does that look like for you? In the morning when you wake up, for me, it's those declarations you're hearing me speaking. For me, it's sitting down with my Bible. I have another Bible downstairs that I'm going to show you. Right? This Bible, it's even old and getting old and frayed, and I'll just show you. It was presented to me, look, in the year 2007 by my dad on 28th July. That's my dad's handwriting, very nice. 20th July 2007. Why 20th July? Because that's my birthday. And he said, this Bible I give you, and it has seen continents, it has seen countries, it has seen tears, it has seen everything, but it stays close to me. We all don't have the same spiritual practices, so I respect that. You know what your spiritual practice is. Mine is the Christian faith, because that's what I believe in. That's what I walk in. This Bible, the word of the Lord shall not depart from your lips, because it's the one which will give you the life and the fuel to live every single day of your life. When times come, obstacles come, this is the life. When decisions are so overbearing in your life, this is what you need. So what's for you? Because I can't say what your spiritual practice is for you. You have to know yours. And I was talking with my 100-day sprint ladies, and yesterday was sharing with them. So I have my devotional by Marshawn Evans, 100 Days of Believing Bigger. And I'm not an affiliate for any of these people I share stuff with. I just like to share. So every single day, it's 100 days of believing bigger. And I sit here, and yesterday, Flo, I told you I was on which day? I think I was in day 93, because today I'm in day 94. And day 94, I come. What is this? And this is the third time round I'm doing it. I don't even write on it. I write in a journal. So what is day 94? Let me show you what day 94 is. I've not done it yet, you can tell. I'm going to do it when I come back for my things. Day 94, look, this is so good, is activate your gifts. So I'll come back and sit here, and it says the gift, for if the willingness is there, the gift is acceptable according to what one has, not according to what one does not have. 2 Corinthians 8:12. Gifts are what you've been given to give to others. We are here to teach, to serve, and to gift out what's been gifted into us. The beautiful thing about your gifts is that they enable you to align with God's master plan and maximize your individual calling at the same time. And it goes on and on and on. So I'm going to read that today. And then what happens, whatever I get out of that day 94, I'm teaching you, goes to my journal. What does my journal say? Can you see it's faint? But can you read? My journal says leap of faith, because this is my radical faith journal. So I have my Bible. So I'm showing you my spiritual practice. I have my Bible in the morning, read, do the declarations that I shared with you a few minutes back. Finish my declarations, come and do my devotional. I'm using Mashon's book, 100 Days of Believing Bigger, and whatever insights I get per each day then goes into my journal. And what is the journal I've bought? I bought the journal called Leap of Faith. Why? Because everything I'm doing in this season is a leap of faith. So all my declarations, the ones I was reading for you earlier on, were all indicated here. Here. Everything is here. Thank you for creative ideas as I walk into my places of relevance in 2022 and as I plant the seeds for 2023. Thank you for replenishment. Thank you for sustenance. Thank you for deliverance. And I go on and on. Angels are wiping away any tears of forgetfulness, and you are rewarding my faithfulness. And I go on and on and on. Some things I can't read because they're very personal. Here. And then here I wrote Proverbs 9:11, for by me thy days shall be multiplied, and the years of thy life shall be increased. And that is a declaration of speaking over my health and my well-being after reading a devotional around health. And I looked for a verse. So you have to develop your own spiritual practice. Number 11, and I'm winding up in 1 minute. And number 12. What did you say we are doing? Let me remove this. 12 essential things to do before the new year. Number 12 is a very practical thing. Is to pray with earnest and with faith and with conviction for the coming year. Take time to pray. Prayer is going to God and saying, you know what? I don't know what lies ahead, but you hold the future. I don't know what lies ahead in 2023, but it's in your hands, and I'm submitting every single day of 2023 into your hands. The 1st of January belongs to you. The 2nd of January belongs to you. On 3rd January, you're going to give me creative ideas and insights that are going to catapult me into my destiny. On the 4th of January, you will reveal to me mysteries that are not known to other men. Do you understand what I'm saying? Once you understand these things and you start speaking them forth. So number 12, team, right, that is to pray over the year. Pray over this last, say that I shall not waste the 2 weeks remaining of 2022. I will bear much fruit in these 2 weeks than I have in the entire year of 2022. And you speak it. But you have to pray and you have to believe, right? And you have to bypass those emotions and those feelings, because we are made up, we are made up of our mind, our feelings, our emotions can be very big blocks to us praying in the right way, because we are blocking ourselves. Can somebody put for me number 12 to pray? Because that's very important. Put it in the chat. I've been waiting for it to be put there because we finished at number 11. Jennifer, can you put number 12? Somebody else, can you put number 12? Pray into the new year. And if I don't see it, I can put it for myself because this is important. Oh, good. I've seen it. Pray with honest faith and conviction for the coming year and for the last time of this year, because it's still very relevant. Don't close to 2022 before 2022 has ended. We still have 2 weeks, and God can do exceedingly abundantly beyond your wildest dreams and imaginations. He can do a miracle these last 2 weeks of the year that will be way beyond everything he has done in this past year. Walk in expectation of miracles. Walk in belief. Thank you, Flo. Walk in the belief that I'm going to see a miracle before this year ends. And step into it, because you have the power to possess the land. You have the power to take that territory. You've been given that dominion. And when you're given dominion is about ownership. Let's look in the dictionary what dominion means, because I don't like guesswork and I like to share with you guys. It's about dominion. Dominion means you taking over with confidence. So when you pray, you're speaking with confidence. Dominion means sovereignty or control. Dominion is also the territory of a sovereign or government. And dominion is, can someone write this in the chat? Power, authority, jurisdiction, control, command. So you can speak with power, you can speak with authority, you can take jurisdiction of territory that belongs to you because it's in your mouth. You can control what you want to see in your environment. You can command the angels to take their rightful positions. And you call on Jehovah Sabaoth, the God of angel armies. Send an avalanche of angels to take care of this situation on my behalf. But many of us, you have angels that have been specifically assigned to you, but you never allow them to do their duties, me included. I always forget that they're angels that have been assigned to me. But it's our authority as believers to ask these beings that have been sent out by God to act on our behalf, to take charge in the environment for you. So when you take dominion, you're in charge of something and you have rule over it. And God has given us that dominion. He's given us that permission. And that's why he says we are co-creators with him. We co-create with him. He's not going to come down and launch that business for you. He's going to use you to launch that business that is going to change people's lives all over the world. He's not going to come down and write that book himself. He's going to infill you with ideas and information and use that information to be rolled out into the world to change generations. But you have to be a ready and available vessel. But for you to be a ready and available vessel, you have to pray over it. Dominion. Dominion. We are co-creators with God. We are. Dominion is power, authority, control, and the right to take charge. It's your right. It's your power. You have the authority. But many of us don't realize how powerful we are. If only you knew who you are. You didn't be joking. You didn't let anybody joke with you or take you and use this and translate. Or take you heavy, taking you heavy, just the way I'm doing it. Heavy, taking you lightly. Taking you like you're just nobody. You're not just nobody. You're a child of the Most High God and you're precious in His sight. And because you're a co-creator with Him, He's given you the power, the authority, and the control and the right to take charge of your destiny. You can speak things into existence and they'll take place. But some of you are listening to me and you're like, hey, really? Yes. Do your own research, do your reading. If you don't want to take my word for it, go read, research. It's all available for you. The Bible says it. I'm not the one saying it. It's there. You've been given. Let me even get for you the verse. It's Genesis. Get it for you. Genesis 1:26. Let me give it to you. The one who said it. So this is your verse of dominion, and this dominion is exercised in every area of your life. Listen to this. And God said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea and over the fowl of the air and over the cattle and over all the earth. Over all the earth, you have dominion over all the earth and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. This is why you're a co-creator with God. Listen to this. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him. Male and female created he them. I'm reading the King James Version, and I'm going to read another version. And God blessed them, and God said unto them, be fruitful. And this is not even just about giving birth, it's about everything. Be fruitful and multiply. This is your business to multiply. This is your marriage to multiply. This is your friendships to multiply. This is your calling to multiply. This is your destiny to multiply, because everything God touches multiplies. God is not in the business of division. He's not in the business of subtraction. He's in the business of addition and multiplication. And this is through the dominion that I'm talking about. Hey, I can become a pastor, you guys, eh? And God blessed them, and God said unto them, be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth and subdue it. To bring something under subdue, to subdue it is to bring it under your control. So if you know who you are and whose you are, you don't know how powerful you are, and have dominion over the fish of the sea and over the fowl of the air and over every living thing. Can someone say every living thing? And Maisha 50-50 tumekata in Jesus' name. Translation: 50-50 life, average life, mediocre life, we have refused. Clyde, you have spoken like 1,000 wise men, 1,000 elders in the courts. You have spoken. 50-50 life, we have refused. Maisha 50-50 tumekata, we have refused. Translation: that's Kiswahili. For some of you are probably wondering which language are these people speaking. That's Swahili. That's what it is. So I'm going to read the Amplified and I'm out of here. So let's look at the Amplified. So the Amplified, the exact same thing, I'm going to read it for you, right? It says this. How do I do this? Amplify. Do I have to say enter? Okay, let me just do it again. Sorry, guys. Bear with me. If you've stayed this long, you can stay for me to get it for you. And I'm out of here in a second. Yeah. So this is the Amplified version. Then God said, let us, listen to this, this is the Trinity. Let us, Father, Son, Holy Spirit, the triune, 3 in 1, make man in our image according to our likeness, not physical, but a spiritual personality and moral likeness. Look at another one writing things in the chat. We're going to delete them really quickly. And let them have complete authority over the fish of the sea, the birds of the air, the cattle, and over the entire earth, and over everything that creeps and crawls on the earth. So God created man in his own image. In the image and likeness of God, he created him. Male and female, he created them. And this is the one. And God blessed them. Listen to this, granting them certain authority, and said to them, be fruitful, multiply and fill the earth and subjugate it. So to subjugate is to subdue it. That means putting it under your power and rule over, dominate the fish of the sea, the birds of the air, and every living thing that moves upon the earth. And as we speak God's word, others are writing their own stupid things in the chat. Shindwe. I'm not even concerned about what they're writing because it has nothing to do with us, because we are covered by God, and we know what it is that we are doing here. Let them take their shenanigans elsewhere. So that said, I will love you and leave you, and I pray that these 12 essential things that you need to do before the new year, you're gonna grab them. So as I finish up real quick, can you please let me know what your biggest takeaway has been? Tell me, what has been your biggest takeaway as I block this rubbish? What has been your biggest takeaway? I want to see your takeaways. I'm just giving it 1 or 2 minutes. Can somebody please share your biggest takeaways from our time together? We've spent almost 1.5 hours. That's a lot of time. So if you've been with me, you better have gotten something. But I just want to say this. I will be here for the final YouTube live of the year next Thursday. I do this every single day on Facebook, every single Thursday on Facebook and YouTube. So wherever I will be, I will still show up, because this is my commitment. So some of you are wondering, is Coach gonna be here on Thursday the 22nd? I will. Will I be here on Thursday the 29th? Yes, I will, because we are taking it to the end of the year. So Tim says, let the things of 2022 happen in 2022. That's her biggest takeaway. Thanks, Jennifer. Another one, I'm waiting for one more. Yes, create a list of declarations. I love it, Flo. I can't wait to see that. I'm waiting for you guys to type before we go. I just saw a few more. Yes, Liz, you'll create your declarations for what you want to see this year, 2022, and most definitely 2023. And you know what? As you put these things in the chat, I stand in agreement with you. I stand in oneness with you. I stand in unity with you, in full belief that what you have shared, let it be unto you according to your desires, right? I also have my desires. I also have the things I'm trusting God for, and I want to pray and believe that you will also be praying with me, that God will also meet me at my point of need. Nyambura says, create a list of celebrations. declarations. You have good ones. Nyambura actually was one of my speakers at my event on the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, and she's doing amazing things in this world. Congratulations, Nyambura. Clyde says, my takeaway, no time for next year resolution. We start now. Yes, we start now. Like it was our last day on earth. He's such a guy. No time. Men are very different. Like he's straight to the point. No time for next year resolution. We start now. Like it was our last day on earth. I love it. Thank you, Clyde. Esther says her biggest takeaway is to do a mental declutter and to create declarations for the things I want to see in 2022, the remainder, and 2023. May all these things you guys have said happen unto you. May those mental decluttering take place. May you literally take this message and run with it. And I pray that you're going to share it with other people. So on that note, it's 18:28 my time. I know for some of you in other parts of this world, it's quite late. I don't take it lightly. You could be asleep. You could be with your bae. You could be watching whatever. Yesterday, I enjoyed watching France and Morocco. My heart was in my hands, literally, the entire match. But don't ask me who I was scouting for. But I'm a happy person, so that can tell you. I was like, yeah. So I pray that was a beautiful match. I really enjoyed it, and I've really come to really love football. It's so, and especially when I see the coaches, because I'm a coach now, I feel their emotions. I feel I see like it's complete, like it's like my clients on the field. Like I'm always like looking at the coaches' reactions, how they are behaving, how they're, I see them chewing that gum like they're gonna bite their tongue off. I get it, because that's how I feel with my clients. You become so emotionally attached. I get so emotionally attached to my clients and their results. I get so emotionally attached to when they're having problems. They become you. They become a part of you. I keep saying I have little pockets of space for all my clients, and literally they're in my heart, and all the prospective clients. Like God gives you such a heart to love on your people, and that's what I see with those football coaches, and I just love it. I just love the game. So Sunday, I can't wait. Woo-hoo! I'm a co-creator with God. I declare water. Marina, you know, I have a very special spot for you. She knows. Yeah, what you've just said. And I'm not gonna cry. Esther, amen. Guys, we're not going there. Flo, Marina, it is well. That's all. Liz, God bless you, HFC. HFC is a highly favored coach. And thank you all who speak that over my life, because every time I just see the word HFC, I just literally feel the favor of God, because you guys don't know half the challenges and attacks I go through. Many. Because when you're helping people with their purpose, you're helping people with their calling, you're calling forth things in people's lives. The enemy doesn't like that. And I don't go glorifying his shenanigans, because it's just full of BS. But I don't entertain it, because I know who I serve and I know what I'm called to do. So I don't have time for his stupid nonsense. Nyambura, thank you. Thank you, HFC. So cute. So HFC is Nyambura, the one who is writing, started calling me HFC some time back, and it means highly favored coach. So everybody now calls me HFC. So thank you so much, because I really have seen so much favor, whenever those words are spoken over my life. And for those of you in the Picture Perfect 2023, you had my testimonies. I have so many testimonies. I may not necessarily share them on YouTube because this is public, but for those who are closer to me, because, the statement, the proximity is power. The closer you are in proximity with me or with your mentor, the more so proximity is power. And I pray that you have proximity to somebody who will be able to speak life over you, who will be able to make these declarations over you, and who will be able to guide you in a much more intimate way, not just through YouTube. And that's why, lastly, I'll ask you, team, to put in the link to book a call if you're looking for a coach, you're looking to do your next level on purpose, or to really build that business in a sustainable way, in a scalable way. Both programs are open. in January. What's the difference between the programs? One is purely personal development. It's about you leading yourself. It's about your vision. It's about your purpose. It's about you really stepping into that person you are created to be. That's next level on purpose. And then Hello Next Level is a business program where I help you create that next level of business that will not is not only scalable but is linked to your soul aligned desires and what you purpose you were put here to do, not somebody else, right? So it's very much aligned to your calling. And obviously, for those who are like, because this is the time of year people are like, I need a coach, I'm looking for a coach, I'm thinking of my next coach. Many of you are already working with me, but I want to give this invitation that if you're looking for additional support in 2023, this is a time to plug yourself in because the programs are open. So team, I was looking for this. So before we put the link, Felicia said, I got so much out of today's session, especially with the declutter. Awesome. And Felicia is one of my amazing clients all the way in the US, long-term client. And those of you in business, try and keep your clients. Keep this time, because the people who, they never have the same people doing the thing over and over again. Check why that is happening. You want clients to come to you. There's a time, obviously they need other people. It's not a codependent relationship, but as much as possible, let your clients have a life, a length of time with you so that you can be able to pour into them. I just want to share that to entrepreneurs. And that's the link. So I'm taking in clients for January. Do what you need to do now. The link is there, bit.ly, Clarity Call with Joanne. I do not force anybody to sign up for my programs. And I'm not that top. I don't pressurize anybody. But if I feel you're a good fit and you feel I'm a good fit and it feels right for both of us, I will extend my hand to be your coach. And if it's a yes for you, it's definitely a yes from me. And I will help propel you into your next level, whatever that looks like. That's my promise and that's my commitment. I've done it for many and I'd want to do that for you as well. So that's the link to book a call. Thank you, HFC Joanne. That's so cute. Thank you, Felicia. So book your call. I'll be taking calls through this week and next week. I'm not stopping. Why? Because there's still so much work to be done, right? The harvest is plenty, but the workers are few. So I'm one of those workers who is ready to pull through to the end because the harvest is plenty. There are many people who need my help. There are many people who need my support. And holidays or no holidays, I will still party. I will still celebrate, but I'll still serve you guys. So don't be like, oh, I'm going to book in January. Book it now so that we know where we are plugging you in so that when the program starts, because Next Level on Papa starts on January 10th, and then the other one starts on January 11th, the next day, Hello Next Level. And then there are clients like Felicia and all those who have signed up for one-on-one coaching. And one-on-one, I don't take more than 5 at a go because it's extremely engaging for me. So whichever pocket you feel in, you can only know by booking a call. So stop thinking to yourself that, don't give yourself mental clutter of which one should I do. How to know which one to do is by booking a call, and then I will help you evaluate the one for you. And guys, please don't book. I know Clyde is like, I'm booking. No, you're not. It's for women. They're the ones I have been assigned to serve in this season. So Clyde, Thomas, I don't want to see your yeah, I know. And I'm saying it with jest, but yeah, I've been assigned for women in this season. So, guys, I have to go. See you. Take care. It was lovely. See you next Thursday. We've done 92 minutes. Incredible. Bye. See you. Share it with a friend and another friend and another friend and another friend because you don't know who needs this message. Bye.